Welcome to Active Tasmania's presentation on the latest round of the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grants Program 2024-25. My name is Andrew Atfield. I'm the Project Manager for Planning and Facilities. David Munns, our Project Advisor in the Planning and Facilities area, located in the Northwest, will run you through the presentation. He is one of 4 Project Advisors in the team located throughout the state. The presentation will include details associated with the program aim, program guidelines, examples of past projects, program timeframes and life cycles, how to prepare for your application, and finally resources available on the website to assist you. In the latest round, the application form has changed and can be found on our website. There are also a number of fact sheets on the website aimed to assist you in the application process. They include fact sheets on supporting documentation required, developing a budget, developing a project plan, developing a site plan and design documents, grant writing hints, and frequently asked questions. Before I pass over to David, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land. In recognition of the deep history and culture of this island, we acknowledge and pay our respects to all Tasmanian Aboriginal people, the traditional owners of the land. We recognise Aboriginal people's continuing connection to land, sea, waterways, sky and culture. I will now pass the presentation over to David. Thank you, David.
Thanks, Andrew. Hello, everyone. My name is David Munns, working in the Planning and Facilities team. I'm going to run you through the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grants Program and the application process and some hints and tips and practical ideas of how you can prepare your application. This program will provide grants to the sport and active recreation sector to build new and upgrade existing sport and active recreation infrastructure. The aim of the program is to enhance community sport and active recreation participation opportunities through the provision of spaces that are safe, inclusive, accessible, meet present standards, and cater for a range of activities. Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grants Program 2024-2025 Program Guidelines are available on the Active Tasmania website. Applicants are strongly encouraged to read this document carefully to ensure their organisation and project meets the eligibility requirement and our assessment criteria prior to progressing to an application. There is a total pool of $5 million. Individual grant program funding is available between $25,000 and $500,000. Applicants seeking funding for a synthetic surface have additional mandatory criteria and must demonstrate how they are going to budget for the replacement of the asset at the end of its life cycle. The anticipated life cycle for a synthetic surface is between 10 to 15 years. This could be through a replacement plan or a sinking fund, or have a significant co-contribution from the applicant. Local government authorities, councils, may submit multiple applications. If doing so, a priority ranking must be provided for each project submitted. All other organisations may only submit one application. If you are considering an application, you are strongly encouraged to carefully read the full list of eligible guidelines within the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grants Program 2024-2025 Program Guidelines. Program guidelines are available on our website. For the 2024-2025 program, higher priority may be given to projects that provide inclusive change rooms, toilets and shower facilities, develop new courts or playing fields, increase participation for underrepresented population groups in that activity, on our website is a list of previous successful applicants. This will provide future applicants with an example of some of the types of activities that have previously been supported by Active Tasmania. Program timeline. The grant program will open on the 24th of February 2025. This will be advertised on our website, through Actively in Touch newsletter that goes out to the sport and recreation sector, and an email provided to all local government authorities. A copy of this presentation will also be placed on our website, which will be accessible by all potential applicants at any time. The life cycle of the grant program will see the grant program opening. The program is announced, resources are published, applications open. During the application period, people can draft and then submit an application. A copy of the application is received by Active Tasmania, and edits can actually be made by the applicant because the program is still open. Once applications closed, no further edits are available. The application form is locked and no additional information can be submitted by an applicant or sourced by Active Tasmania. The assessment period sees applications assessed according to the selection criteria. A constant peer review process occurs where the assessors moderate applications compared to each other, so we make sure there is a consistency. They are advanced then to the panel for review, and a ministerial briefing is prepared for the Minister for Sports and Events. Once the outcome is reached, successful letters are sent, unsuccessful letters are sent, and there is a period of appeal for all applicants. For successful applicants, a grant deed is entered into. If there is any condition precedent, such as proof of land ownership, these are met by the successful party. The funding is provided and the projects commence. The last part of the grant program life cycle is reporting and acquitting. Reporting requirements are set in the grant deed, and a final report and acquittal is provided by the applicant. With your application preparation, be sure to allow enough time. Refer to the guidelines carefully. Ensure your project is eligible. You prepare and submit the required and mandatory information. Ineligible organisations and ineligible projects will not progress through the assessment process. Active Tasmania uses Smarty Grants to manage our grant program. Active Tasmania does not provide support with Smarty Grants, but there is support available through the Smarty Grants generic website. This information is also available in the program guidelines. Your organisation will require an email to register for Smarty Grants. It's advisable to draft your application in Microsoft Word or similar, review your application once or multiple times, and have another person review your application. Once you and your organisation is happy with the application, then copy and paste it into Smarty Grants. You may also like to have a look at all of your mandatory information in a file on your computer so it's easier to upload. Checklist is available in the frequently asked questions. Mandatory supporting evidence will include evidence of landowner consent, evidence of land ownership or occupancy arrangements, evidence that the application has been correctly administered and you have permission to apply, confirmation from council on required regulatory approvals permits, compliance, or confirmation that the project is exempt from these. A project plan, including a scope of work, detailed project description, project time frame, and project budget. Evidence of formal quotation, proof of costs, used to inform the project budget. Evidence of your organisation's financial contributions. Site-specific plans. These may be design drawings or marked up existing plans or photos depending on the size and scale of the project. Photos of the site to demonstrate the current conditions or standard of the site. A project-specific risk management plan and the organisation's latest financial information. Active Tasmania have prepared several resources to assist potential applicants. These resources are reference only and they do not need to be copied and submitted with your application, but are a guide to potential applicants through the process. There are several online resources available to assist you with grant writing, business planning, and project planning, including some prepared by other government agencies like Business Tasmania. These may assist with your content, style, or even templates if your organisation does not have them. The Active Tasmania resources are available on the Active Tasmania website. To apply for the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grant Program 2024-2025, please go to the Active Tasmania website, click on Grants and Funding, and you'll find that the Active Tasmania Infrastructure Grants Program will be available in the 5th drop-down on the website. There's a list of some of our frequently asked questions that we get asked about the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grant Program. Applicants are strongly encouraged to read the grant program guidelines prior to starting their application. In addition to the guidelines, Active Tasmania has prepared a frequently asked questions document. This is available on our website. Applicants are encouraged to read this in more detail in their own time. Please, again, make sure you go to the Active Tasmania website, which will have dates for the opening of the program, frequently asked questions, and a large amount of resources that are available. Active Tasmania cannot assist you with Smarty Grants, but we have links there to the Smarty Grants website if you need assistance and support. Please see our generic details for the info@active.tas.gov.au, our phone number, and our website. Thank you very much for your time and best of wishes with your applications.